In this quick video, I'm going to show you how you can save a preset inside Premiere Pro. Let's dive in. All right, so I'm inside Adobe Premiere Pro, and what you first have to do before you save a preset is create something you want to save. So for example, let's say if I want to color correct this clip and maybe save the preset of it. One of my favorite plugins I like to use for color grading and color correction to really add a cool look to my footage is called Dehancer. So I'm going to search for Dehancer inside my effects panel and just add it to my clip. Then inside effects controls, I'm going to adjust some of the settings to get it to the way I like it. For example, I'm going to disable film grain, go to the film profile and choose a different profile that I like. I'm also going to add a slight vignette here to the clip to make it more cinematic. You can see the before and after if we turn off the effect, and this is what we have now. If you want to learn more about Dehancer, I did make a video going over it. I will link that video in the top right corner. Feel free to go check that out. But let's see how we can save this as a preset. So once you have this all set, what you can do is right click on the effect and go to Save Preset. You can name your preset. So I'm going to name this my color grade preset. And then you have a few options down below. You have under type, you can choose scale, anchor to endpoint, anchor to out point. Now for effects that don't have keyframes, meaning you don't keyframe any of the properties over time, I recommend just clicking scale. But later in this video, I'm going to be going over these two options here. These are going to be important if you keyframe your footage. But for now, let's choose scale and click OK. If we clear out our search bar inside the effects panel and we go and navigate to our presets folder, if we twirl down, you'll see that it's added in there. Now what we can do is organize our presets. And to do that, what you can do is click on your presets folder, right click and go to new presets bin. For example, maybe I want to create a new bin to hold all my color grade presets. I can double click on this bin and then name it color grading. Then what I can do is click and drag my color grade preset into that bin. You can see that we've moved it in here. Now let's say if we go to another video clip, such as the second one here, I can easily click and drag this preset to this video clip and it applies that effect to the clip. Now let's say if you want to share this preset with other people, you can export this preset and maybe give it to another video editor. To do that, you can right click on any preset or any preset bin. So let's say if you have a bunch of color grading presets or different presets in this folder, you can right click on the bin and go to export presets. Or if you're just exporting the one, you can right click and go to export presets on the one. You can name your preset. One important note is it doesn't really matter what you name it in the file. How it's imported in Premiere Pro will be based on the name it is inside the Premiere Pro project. So no matter how you name it here, let's say if we just click save, let's say if we re-import that preset, it'll be named this essentially. So if I right click and go to import preset and I just go and import that preset, you can see it gives it the same name with an _1 since we have two of the same presets. Now to delete a preset, say if I don't want this duplicate, I can right click and go to delete and this will just delete the preset and click OK. And now we just have the one. Now if you're wondering how do you install a bunch of presets, you can do it the same way by right clicking and going to import presets. For example, I just came out with my new presets pack for Premiere Pro. If you're a patron on my Patreon page, you can download the pack. It's linked down in the video description, so feel free to go grab that. If you're not a patron yet on my Patreon page, feel free to join. There's several assets on my Patreon page that I use on a daily basis as a video editor. So if you want access to those assets, templates, feel free to join, and it really helps support the channel. Say if I wanted to import my preset, what I can do is right click on the presets folder, go to import presets, navigate to my preset, and then click open. And you can see that I imported my presets. And you can see even though it's a single file in my Finder, it imports all of these together. So you can export and import several presets by right clicking on a folder and going to export or import. All right, so what if you keyframe an effect and you want to save a preset? This is a little bit more tricky. So let's say if I add maybe an effect to this, let's go and type in transform. So let's add a simple transform effect to this video clip and try to save it as a preset. So I'm going to click and drag the transform effect to this video clip. I'm going to scroll down and then under transform, in effects controls, I'm going to just add a simple scale in over time. So I'm going to toggle the animation by clicking on the stopwatch, go forward, and then change the scale up to 110. So as you can see, we have these two keyframes and it just scales in a little bit. Now, when you right click on the transform effect and go to save preset, and let's say we give a name such as zoom in, This is when the type becomes important. So you have scale, anchor to endpoint, anchor to outpoint. What scale means is that the keyframes will scale to however long the video clip is that you applied the preset to. So for example, if you apply this preset to a longer video, it's going to stretch out those keyframes over a longer period of time, slowing down the effect or the keyframe animation. Whereas if you apply it to a shorter clip, it's going to compress those keyframes and make the animation a lot faster. Now, anchor to the endpoint, what that will do is just anchor the first keyframe to the very beginning of the clip, and it will keep the same duration between the two keyframes. This is ideal if you don't want the animation to be sped up or slowed down dependent on the clip duration. And anchor to outpoint does the same, but it anchors the outpoint. So it will apply these keyframes to the end of the clip rather than the beginning of the clip. So it really depends on your own use case and how you want your effects and presets to be applied to your clips. More than likely, if you're working with transition effects, anchor to endpoint is better. And if you're just working with a general effect over a period of time, scale is usually better. But just to show you the difference here, I'm going to choose scale. I'm actually going to name this scale here. That way you can see the difference. If we click OK, let's say if we trim this second clip here, and it's really short, it's a lot shorter than this clip. And if we exit out our search menu and we go into our presets folder, we can scroll down and go to zoom and scale. And you'll notice when we click and drag it to this clip, you can see it zooms in a lot quicker. So when we click on this clip and we scroll down, you can see that the keyframes are squished in and it animates a lot quicker in this video clip. The same would apply if it's a longer clip, it would stretch out those keyframes and make it longer. Where let's say if we save it as at the anchor endpoint, we go to save preset, anchor to endpoint, zoom in, we'll do anchor to endpoint and then click OK. Now if we click on this clip, I'm going to remove this transform effect. And if we add the zoom in anchor to endpoint preset, you can see that it zooms in slower. It keeps the same duration of the keyframes, even though the clip itself is shorter. So if we trim and make this clip longer, you can see that the keyframes never get adjusted. They're always the same, no matter how long the clip is. So that's how you can save and use presets inside Adobe Premiere Pro. But that does it for this video. If you want to learn more about Premiere Pro, there's several tutorials on my channel. I will link one that you might like right up there. Feel free to go check that one out. But that does it for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.